Daily Words of God.
How do you understand man's nature? The most important thing is to discern it from the perspective of man's worldview, life view, and values. Those who are of the devil all live for themselves. Their life view and maxims mainly come from Satan's sayings, such as, "Every man for himself and the devil take the hindmost." "Man dies for wealth as birds do for food," and other such fallacies. All these words, spoken by those devil kings, great ones, and philosophers, have become man's very life. In particular, most of the words of Confucius, who is touted by Chinese people as a sage, have become man's life. There are also the famous proverbs of Buddhism and Taoism, and the oft-quoted classic sayings of various famous figures. These are all summations of Satan's philosophies and Satan's nature. They are also the best illustrations and explanations of Satan's nature. These poisons that have been infused into the heart of man all come from Satan, and not the least bit of them comes from God. Such devilish words are also in direct opposition to God's word. It is absolutely clear that the realities of all positive things come from God, and all negative things that poison man come from Satan. Therefore, you can discern a person's nature and to whom they belong by looking at their life view and values. Satan corrupts people through the education and influence of national governments and of the famous and great. Their devilish words have become man's life and nature. "Every man for himself and the devil take the hindmost" is a well-known satanic saying that has been instilled into everyone, and this has become man's life. There are other words of philosophies for worldly dealings that are also like this. Satan uses each nation's traditional culture to educate, mislead, and corrupt people, causing mankind to fall into and be engulfed by a boundless abyss of destruction. And in the end, people are destroyed by God because they serve Satan and resist God. Some people have served as public officials in society for decades. Imagine asking them the following question: "You've done so well in this capacity. What are the main famous sayings that you live by?" They might say, "The one thing I understand is this: officials do not make things difficult for those who bear gifts, and those who do not flatter accomplish nothing." This is the satanic philosophy their career is based on. Are these words not representative of such people's nature? Unscrupulously using any means to obtain position has become their nature. Officialdom and career success are their goals. There are still many satanic poisons in people's lives, conduct, and behavior. For example, their philosophies for worldly dealings, their ways of doing things, and their maxims are all filled with the poisons of the great red dragon, and these all come from Satan. Thus, all things that flow through people's bones and blood are of Satan. All of those officials, those who hold power, and those who are accomplished have their own paths and secrets to success. Are such secrets not perfectly representative of their nature? They have done such big things in the world, and no one can see through the schemes and intrigues that lay behind them. This shows just how insidious and venomous their nature is. Mankind has been profoundly corrupted by Satan. Satan's venom flows through the blood of every person, and it can be said that man's nature is corrupt, wicked, antagonistic, and in opposition to God, filled by and immersed in the philosophies and poisons of Satan. It has become entirely the nature essence of Satan. This is why people resist God and stand in opposition to God. Man can easily come to know themselves if their nature can be dissected in this way.